The dark web, a shadowy realm of the internet, hidden from the prying eyes of the everyday user. It exists beneath the surface of the web we know, a place where anonymity reigns supreme. A hidden world beneath the surface. This is where the digital underground thrives, a network of encrypted connections and secretive exchanges. It's a place where the rules of the conventional internet don't apply, a place of secrets and anonymity. Here, identities are masked and actions are cloaked in darkness. It's a refuge for those who wish to remain unseen, a sanctuary for the hidden and the forbidden. It whispered promises of forbidden knowledge and illicit goods. The dark web is a marketplace of the unimaginable, where one can find anything from rare artifacts to illegal substances. It's a world where whispers carry the weight of secrets and the promise of the unknown. Among its many hidden corners lay the Silk Road Ghost, a mythical marketplace. This was no ordinary market. It was a digital bazaar that operated in the shadows, a place where the unthinkable could be bought and sold with just a few clicks. It was a digital bazaar where anything could be bought or sold. No questions asked. From counterfeit currency to stolen data, from weapons to illicit drugs, the Silk Road Ghost was a hub of illegal activity, all conducted under the veil of anonymity. Its administrator was a phantom, known only as Charon. Rumors swirled about Charon. Some said he was a brilliant hacker, a mastermind who could outsmart any system. Others believed he was a criminal genius, orchestrating a vast network of illegal operations. Some said he was a brilliant hacker, others a criminal mastermind. But his true identity remained a mystery. Charon was a ghost in the machine, a figure who existed only in the digital realm, leaving no trace of his real-world identity. But his true identity remained a mystery. The enigma of Charon added to the allure of the Silk Road Ghost, making it a legend in the digital underground. People were drawn to the mystery, the danger, and the promise of the unknown. The Silk Road Ghost became a legend, whispered about in hushed tones. It was a tale of the digital age, a story of a marketplace that defied the rules and operated in the shadows. It captured the imagination of those who dared to explore the dark web. Those brave enough to venture into the digital underground were drawn to its allure. The promise of anonymity, the thrill of the forbidden, and the mystery of Charon and the Silk Road Ghost made the dark web a place of endless fascination and danger. Alex was a digital native. From a young age, he was fascinated by the endless possibilities that the internet offered. He spent his days navigating the vast expanse of the internet, exploring every nook and cranny, always on the lookout for something new and exciting. He was a tech whiz, always curious, always pushing boundaries. His friends often marveled at his ability to solve complex problems with ease. One day, he overheard a conversation about the dark web. The whispers intrigued him, sparking a curiosity that he couldn't ignore. The dark web was a place of shadows and intrigue, a hidden part of the internet that few dared to explore. He was drawn to it, like a moth to a flame. The allure of the unknown was too strong to resist. At first, he was cautious. He knew that the dark web was not a place to be taken lightly. He dipped his toes into the dark web's murky waters, taking small steps to ensure his safety. He used Tor, a browser designed for anonymity. It was his gateway to the hidden corners of the internet. He masked his IP address using advanced cybersecurity measures to protect his identity. He knew the risks. He knew the dangers. But curiosity, like a cat, had him by the tail. The more he explored, the deeper he wanted to go. The dark web was a labyrinth, and Alex was determined to uncover its secrets. He spent hours, days, even weeks, delving into its depths, always careful, always vigilant. Yet, with every click, he felt a thrill, a rush of adrenaline that kept him coming back for more. The dark web was dangerous, but for Alex, it was also a place of endless possibilities. And so, he continued his journey, driven by an insatiable curiosity that refused to let go. Alex stumbled upon the Silk Road Ghost. He was captivated. It was like discovering a hidden world, a place where the rules of society didn't apply. It was a digital labyrinth of forbidden goods, weapons, drugs, stolen data, anything you could imagine. The sheer variety was overwhelming, a marketplace of the unimaginable. He started small, browsing out of curiosity. The more he explored, the more he realized how vast and intricate this hidden network was. But the allure of the forbidden was strong. It was like a siren's call, pulling him deeper and deeper into the abyss. He made his first purchase. It was a tentative step, a test of the waters. A rare book, long out of print. Something he had always wanted but could never find. The transaction was smooth, anonymous. It felt like a secret handshake, a nod from one shadow to another. A thrill coursed through him. It was a rush, a mix of fear and excitement. He felt invincible, hidden in the digital shadows. He was hooked. The anonymity gave him a sense of power, a feeling of being untouchable. He delved deeper into the marketplace. Each new discovery was like peeling back another layer of a dark, mysterious onion. Each purchase fueled his fascination. The more he bought, the more he wanted. It was a cycle, a never-ending quest for the next forbidden treasure. Days turned into nights, and nights into days. Time lost its meaning as he became more engrossed in this hidden world. But with each purchase, a sense of paranoia began to creep in. He was always looking over his shoulder, wondering if he was being watched. The thrill was intoxicating, but the danger was real. He knew he was playing with fire, but he couldn't stop. The allure of the forbidden was too strong. As Alex ventured further into the dark web, he noticed whispers. Rumors of a group called the Watchers. They were said to be vigilantes. They targeted those who exploited the dark web's anonymity. Some called them heroes, others dangerous extremists. No one knew who they were or how they operated, but their presence cast a long shadow over the digital underground. Alex, initially dismissive, couldn't shake the feeling. He was being watched. He tried to ignore it, but the feeling persisted. One day, Alex received a message. It appeared in his inbox, seemingly out of thin air. It was short, cryptic. Curiosity killed the cat. Stop digging. Alex's heart pounded in his chest. He was frozen in fear. Who sent this? How did they find him? He reread the message, his mind racing. Was it a prank or a warning? He couldn't ignore it. He had gone too deep. The dark web, once a source of excitement, now filled him with dread. The message contained a set of coordinates, a location, a warehouse on the outskirts of the city. Alex was torn. Curiosity warred with fear. He had to know who was behind the message. He had to know if the Watchers were real. He couldn't shake the feeling that he was in over his head. But he was drawn to the mystery. He had to see this through. With a mix of trepidation and determination, Alex set out to the warehouse. The warehouse stood alone. It was a hulking silhouette against the twilight sky. The air was thick with the smell of rust and decay. Alex approached cautiously, his heart pounding in his chest. He tried the door, unlocked. Inside, it was dark and silent. The only light came from a single, flickering bulb. As his eyes adjusted, he saw it. A bank of computers, humming quietly. Screens glowed with lines of code, complex and indecipherable. This was no ordinary warehouse. On a table, Alex saw it. A file, open on a laptop. His name was on it. His photo. Details of his life. His every move online. He scrolled through the file in horror. They knew everything about him. His every purchase on the Silk Road Ghost. His every search. His every click. He was being watched. He spun around, his heart racing. In the shadows, he saw them. Figures in dark clothing. Their faces were obscured by hoodies. The Watchers, they were real. "You shouldn't have come here," a voice said, cold and emotionless. Alex was surrounded. He was trapped. "We've been watching you," another voice said. "You've been playing with fire." Alex tried to speak, but no words came out. His throat was dry with fear. He had stumbled into something far bigger than himself. The dark web, once a playground, was now a hunting ground, and he was the prey. "We are the ones who watch," a voice whispered, "and we are always watching." The watchers closed in. Alex's mind raced. He had to escape. He had to disappear. But how? The dark web, once a refuge, now felt like a prison. He had a choice to make: stay silent and face the consequences of his actions, or risk everything and expose the Silk Road ghost and the Watchers to the world. The decision could cost him everything: his freedom, his life. But one thing was certain: Alex's life would never be the same.